Hello, this is Lawless Films, and welcome back to another Better Call Saul breakdown. Today I'll be breaking down Better Call Saul Season 6, Episode 7, Plan and Execution. Holy shit, what the hell was that? Okay, spoiler alert, Howard getting his head blown off by Lalo. I mean, who saw that coming? And now what will Lalo do to Jimmy and Kim? How will Howard's death affect them? Okay, so we first have to get to some other scenes. Okay, so we first see the tenacious Lalo Salamanca living in the sewer and staking out Gus's laundromat. Presumably, Casper told Lalo in Germany about the super lab that was being built, and now Lalo is staking it out and sees Gus's men, including Mike. Jimmy and Kim have gathered the film crew together to do reshoots for their Howard scheme. The actor was gathering shopping carts at Walmart while practicing his lines. The camera guy was acting like a super tool, talking to a bunch of students, talking about who is allowed to use the good cameras in film class. And the makeup girl was dressed up for her dark crystal play rehearsal. The camera guy takes their pictures. The actor is now wearing a cast on his arm. Jimmy mentions that Kim doesn't have to be here, but she insists. I kinda agree with Saul. He could have been able to pull this off without her if he put some elbow grease into it, but I think part of Kim really wants to come back and be a part of the scheme. Saul and Kim and the camera guy are in a red room developing the photos. Saul and Kim are in a hurry, but you can't rush the process. Saul and Kim put the liquid substance the vet, Dr. Caldernia, gave them to dilate your eyes on the photos. Saul rushes the photos over to Howard's PI, who drives away after Saul says, "Hurry." Okay, so now we're starting to piece together Saul and Kim's plan. Saul and Kim have been planting doubt about Howard being a drug addict in Cliff Maine's mind by planting fake drugs in Howard's gym locker, having the Kettlemans tell Cliff that Howard does cocaine, pretend to be Howard, and kick out a prostitute from his car. All of this was to make Cliff doubtful of Howard. However, when he confronts Howard, Howard realizes Jimmy McGill is somehow responsible. Oh, now Howard figured Saul and Kim out. Oh no. But it was all part of the plan so that Howard can accidentally hire a private eye that is actually a con man working for Saul and Kim. Their plan is to have the PI give Howard the photos of what looks like the independent mediator from the Sandpiper settlement meeting, Judge Casimiro. Howard, dilated pupils and everything, causes a scene and confronts Judge Casimiro during the meeting, only to find that the photos the PI gave him have been swapped out, making Howard look like a fool and forcing HHM and Cliff to settle the case with Schweikert and Coakley. Lalo attempts to call Hector Salamanca, but then stops out of fear that Gus's men are listening in on the call. He hangs up and calls again and explains to Hector that he will attack Gus tonight. This was obviously a trick to get Gus's men off of Saul and Kim's apartment so that he can confront them. Mike tells Gus that he pulls Gus's guys from Saul's house and other houses and places. Howard arrives at Jimmy and Kim's apartment to confront them. Howard correctly, in my opinion, reads Kim as someone who gets off on the hustle and scheme. After pouring his sad heart and life out to Jimmy and Kim while also being agitated towards them, Lalo walks into the room. He puts the silencer on his pistol and shoots Howard in the head. Holy shit. I kinda had an inkling of an idea that Lalo could kill Howard, but I thought it'd be something like Howard confronts Jimmy and Kim, but they aren't there and it's just Lalo, but the show actually had both of them there as witnesses to Howard's brains being splattered on the wall. We knew Lalo and Saul had to meet again because of what Saul says in Breaking Bad. One can only speculate what will happen next. I suspect that Saul will convince Lalo that Kim and him had nothing to do with the attack on his compound. Then later he will call Mike and Mike will kill Lalo. Gus randomly plants a gun in the super lab at the laundromat, so maybe Lalo and Mike somehow fight down there and Mike grabs the gun and kills Lalo, when do you think Walt and Jesse will show up? I guess they'll probably come in the last or second to last episode. I still think the last episode will be entirely the Gene storyline, but we'll see. That is my theory, but let me know yours in the comments down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Bye.